Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to base coat your miniatures and also how to thin your paints. So so base coat, it doesn't just refer to one paint, it can refer to multiple paints. So like for this, I'm going to be base coating. I'm going to be base coating the sword black and then silver. I'm going to be base coating the tabard right there black, and not the angel wings. Not the Aquila right there, because I don't want to overload it with paint. The rest of the armor is going to be tan. Probably some white, but I won't show the white right away. Those like under parts right there, like the joints, those will be black. That I'm not sure about yet. I'll just see how it goes. And those tubes will be black. And the cross hearts, this will be gold. This will be gold. This actually might be a different color now. This might be black, blue. We'll see. Black probably is a base coat. Now, as you can see, it's already it's already painted a little. And yeah, this is a model I was gonna paint another time, but I thought it would be a good example for this video. So the paints I will be using right now for the base coat of the tan will be, where the fuck's my other bottle? Sorry, there's probably gonna be swearing in this video. So I'm gonna mix part of this, which is Rocco SC27 from Scale Color and Tar Brown. And yeah, I'm just gonna lighten up the tube a little bit. I don't want too dark. Now it's already kind of pre-thinned, so when you put paint onto your brush, right here's my paint in this bottom right corner. When you put paint onto your brush, you don't want too much and you don't want too little. And when you thin it, no, you do want like as little as possible, I'd say. You don't want too much. So first, you're gonna wet your brush. In your jar of water, I would recommend using like salsa containers, any glass container you'd throw out, like anything like that. I would just use that so you don't ruin your silverware, your dishware. And once that brush is wet, take out the excess water and then go here, put some in your paint, make sure it's a nice consistency. You don't want it thick enough to where it's going to obscure details, and you don't want it thin enough to where it's runny like water. So mine does look a little runny, but that's fine. That's how my paint is. Everyone's paint brand's different. I believe, like, I don't use Citadel as much. You can use that. All right, let's just get to it. So get your model. Make sure it's not too much, not too little. I'll zoom in for this. So it's not like dripping off my brush, and you can tell there's some on there. And now just start applying your paint. Go like that. See, it's nice. There's not too much, it's not too thick, but there's also not too little though. That's what you're aiming for. So, and it's fine if it takes multiple coats as long as it doesn't obscure details. It's better it be thin and take a few coats than thick and be only one coat. Because it's fine if it's one coat, but if your paint's too thick, it'll obscure details. Like I have an example around here. I'm painting the lion right now. I took a break from it because it was a little overwhelming. I've repainted the leg so many times now on that model that it has obscured a little tiny detail. And you just don't want that to happen. And if you ever want to redo a model, you can use like something to remove the paint. I believe isopropyl, or I call it rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol does work, and I think I use nail polish remover, but rubbing alcohol does work. Sometimes it's not strong enough. All right, let me get a little more water. Let's put it in there. I wish I still had my paint palette. I don't. I have to also act quickly because of the fans. They're gonna dry out my paint. I'm not really gonna be going over like advanced stuff because I'm still rusty at it. But like in my next video, I will be going over how to use washes, because that is something that will make your life a lot easier as a painter, especially if you're new. I haven't been using them as much, I will say. But that is because for like I said, Lionel Johnson, he's a little bit, I can't use it on the stuff I'm painting right now because it's this color. It's going to be bone colored. Like this is one of the models I did. It's gonna kind of look like this, but it's gonna be brighter. Oh shit, there's a lot of shade paint on it. Is that like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna have to work on that. Anyway, so it's gonna be brighter. It's gonna be like a cream color. And I could use Agrax Earthshade on this model, but it might be a little overkill. I might have to thin it down. So I like to do this with my brush. I like spin it, and I'm holding my brush like a pencil. Just light strokes around the model. You don't really have to be like too light-handed with this, but I prefer to be, because I don't want to fuck up my brush. And as you can see, it's a little out of focus. It's stained. I need to clean it, and I haven't yet. So you just want to keep going. All right, that was too much. That's fine though. That's fine. So for priming, that's another thing. You definitely want to prime your model before you paint them, before you base coat them. Priming's the first step. Now there are different types of primers. There's Games Workshop makes their own, or Citadel paints. It comes in a spray can, and it's pretty good. It's just really expensive. I would recommend, if you want to like prime on a budget, get Army Painter paint on primer, I think it is. Yeah. If you get I think if you get their starting paints, it actually comes with it. That was one of my favorite things as a new painter. I don't really use it anymore, but if I had to, I would. I do like using it. So you want to get every part. So the issue, it's not even really an issue, but it's annoying. When you use a white bright primer like this, any spot you don't hit with your paint will stand out significantly. But if you use something like, is it Abaddon Black? Some kind of black primer, those little areas you miss won't stand out as much. But if you're going for a bright color like this, I would recommend using a very light primer, like white or something similar. Like that. I wouldn't take your first model too seriously. Like, I wouldn't stress out. Like, if you're worried you're not doing a good enough job, just stay calm. Just try and either take a break or just work on another model. You don't want to kill yourself trying to paint your first mini. If it's just not fun, then just take a break. The hobby's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be something stressful. I'm gonna actually paint over the Aquila just to get, sorry, I know it keeps going out of focus. Sometimes I'm painting looking through my camera, and sometimes I'm painting through just looking over my camera. I'm using my iPhone right now to record this. I haven't done a painting video in a long time. So I would just make sure it's all solid, like your color's just solid. Like I actually have a paint chart I made for my paints to see which ones I would want to use. It's spaced between 1 to 3 layers paint, or like coats, I should say, not layers. So like, I don't think I have this paint on here, do I? I don't think so. 61? No, this is 27. So like, for example, what would be a good one here? Right here, you can see for this Army Painter Brown, it's kind of hard to tell. It's a little thin right there. But then on second coat, it gets firmer, and by the third coat, it's pretty solid. Like, it's a little spotty, but it's fine. Or like right here for this red. See, it's pretty thin there, but then it's pretty solid by the second coat. By the third, it's completely filled. It all depends on the paint you're using. I would just try and get it to, at least to there, and if you can there. All right. So back to this model. I pretty much did all the tan parts. There are some missing, but I'm gonna begin moving on to black. I'm gonna shake my paint. So on the newest Army Painter series of paints, this is a fucking sealed one. Oopsies. What the fuck? Sorry, my cat kind of fucked up my area here. Okay, put that there. Sorry guys, trying to find my paint. Got it. I'm also still using scale 75 with this. I'm trying to get better using scale 75 black. It's a little tough for me. Another tip, I don't remember why, don't leave your brush in the water for too long. Someone once told me that you should really only dip in part of your brush, not the whole brush, a long time ago. Probably 10 years ago. I was like 12. I don't remember the reason. I think it fucks up like with the bristles, but it's fine if you do. So I'm going to be painting this black. Yeah, that may have been too thick of a coat, but the paint's still kind of watery. It's not too watery to where it drips off. It's thin enough to where it just spreads smoothly. Brighter colors can also be spottier than darker colors too. And don't feel like you have to take like rush when you're painting. It's fine to take your time. You should be taking your time. Alright, so this is fine. If I mess up a little, I can still just go back, you know, fix it. Just get a little more here. Yeah, that was too thick. Yeah, I'm fucking up here. So something to note is sometimes easier to just... Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, shit. Well, I was trying to pull this off. The fucking... You know what? This is fine. This helps. This helps. I was gonna say, it's sometimes easier to just leave your model in parts to paint specific areas. Like right here would have been really hard to reach. It's kind of funny. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I was trying to pull it off its base. I mean, it was wobbly. I just didn't know why, but I guess now I do. So everything right there is going to be painted a good black. I wish I had a better model to show this on. It's actually gonna make my job a lot easier. Paint that there. So for these parts, you could definitely use a thinner brush, and that would probably make your life easier. Shit. But you know, using a big brush is fine. You can still get really good details done. I'm not doing a good example of that, but it's definitely still fine to use a, you know, big brush for small details. I wouldn't use a small brush for big details though, like base coating, because you'll want to kill yourself at some point after base coating for a while using a tiny little brush, you know. Like that. The fans are making my fucking paint dry out quicker than it should. Some paints will dry quicker than others or slower. So like Citadel, at least when I was making that color chart, Abaddon Black was drying a lot slower than Scale 75's black. Do that. Alright, that was too thick of a coat right there. It's there. So issues has occurred where the black paint is too dark. It's not too, like, it's making it like troublesome to paint the tan over. I'm just gonna pause this and I'm just gonna keep going off camera. So the video, it's already 15 minutes long and this is just me base coating. Yeah, I'm just gonna pause it, you know, keep going, just keep base coating. Alright, I'm just gonna unpause here. I'm technically not fully done base coating according to my own rules. So yeah, here's the model so far. Only using this color now. That right there, just put a little drop. I'm not gonna thin this. It's probably I'm gonna start base coating the green. Mix in a little black with the green. Alright, so that part's done. Now I'll move on to the red. Now I'm gonna go with this color. It's blood red. Doesn't look as, it looks darker in real life than on camera. On camera it looks a little too bright. Actually, camera might help me here. Alright, this angle's better. I would prefer it to be this thin for now, because like they do like spread. The paint is spreading around a lot right now, but I would prefer it to be like that than it to be the other way around. Because the Aquila can get very easily obscured, very easily. Yeah, I didn't finish over here, but I'm gonna do a new thing with that sword. I'm Fuck it, we're gonna just send it here. Try and get the right paint. Yeah, fuck it. This looks good. You fucking kidding me? I fucking hate this. I love my paint, the paint I use, but like it's really annoying when the bottle is clogged. You know what? Fuck that. I'll just use this other color. So put down that. Is the paint separated? Wait. Oh, fucking cool, dude. So sometimes, those of you watching, when you get a paint, it'll be separated. It'll be like fucking disgusting goo. It's almost like glue, kind of type look. Liquid glue. This still looks like. So if it looks like that, yeah, that shit's fucking separated. Holy ew. I'm shaking it. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not doing its thing. I don't know what the fuck's up with this paint right now. I was trying to use anthracite gray. I bet this shit's still being... Okay, no, it's fixed itself. I had to shake it a little more. That pisses me off, man. At least I had a mixing ball in there. Alright, so I'm gonna go like that. It still looks like shit, the coverage. Alright. I don't know why it's being like this. Yeah, this paint is not covering it. Like, it's covering, but I can tell it's gonna take a few, it's gonna take a few coats here. That sucks. I really haven't had issues with this paint in a while. It's covering fine. It's covering fine compared to before. I'm just gonna leave it off here. So this is currently how my base coats are looking. I'm gonna touch up the red before I end the video. But yeah, that's how you base coat your minis. I hope this was helpful. Yeah, all right. So by next video, I'll have fixed all this bullshit. I just didn't want this video to be too long. It looks way bright. It looks way brighter on camera than it does in real life. So I'm gonna touch up all this off camera. I hope this was a little helpful at the very least to you. And have a good day.